we're really excited about this year's club. We returned 22. We have 22 sophomores, and so I'm very excited about the older group, especially offensively, positionally on the field, with our hitting core. While we have a big loss in Sean Smith, DJ Walker, a few other guys, but moving forward, I really like the athletic replacements that Coach Allen, Coach McCall, and myself have gone out and put on the field. So very excited about the offensive piece that we see so far. It's early in fall, and there's some guys that are still nicked up, but for the most part, really excited about our veteran group there. From a pitching standpoint, this is an area that we really tried to address in the offseason and starting last year with the new group. And we've got some key pieces back with Blake King, Adrian Bird. You know, Cade Madison was hurt last year, and so now we look forward to seeing these guys completely healthy. And while we've also added a few pieces. We've added Brennan Jones, transfer coming over. We've got, Brody Swindle. We're looking for big things too. He's a little nicked up right now, but we feel like he's going to have big things and be fine for us. So we feel like we've also added some transfers, some new guys in. So it's early in the fall, but we've got some sophomores that we're really excited about, and some new freshmen too. So we're also hoping guys like Tyler Gunner's got a really big fastball, can turn the corner for us. Well, obviously every year the goal is to get to the postseason to win a championship. We need to show great strides and great improvement this year. And I think, once again, that starts on the mound. We want to win. Winning's what we're here to do. We want to win this conference and win a championship and move on and go really deep in the postseason. Ideally that ends with a World Series in Enid. We talk about our process a lot and what we got to do daily, and so right now we're working through fall ball and identifying our guys, where they fit, their best roles, their best positions. Are they better as relievers, or are they better as starters? So that's why we play a full fall schedule. It's been exciting to see so far. Obviously, from a pitching standpoint, we return some good guys. I'll start with Blake King. Had a really good year, served in the 1 and 2 hole for us. Brody Swindle. Cade Madison is back, who had a freak injury last year off the field, and so we feel like he's been up to 90-91, and he's drawn a lot of Division I interest. So those top three there with Adrian Bird, Blake King, Cade Madison, you throw in a healthy Brody Swindle, and you've got a pretty good core to start with. You got Tyler Gunner, and then I really like Brennan Jones. We have a freshman, Zach Hessler, coming from he was a post-grad out of Florida. Brennan Hessler's a big, stocky right-hander, can run up there in the low 90s. And we've got some horses on the mound. I feel like we've got more depth there. We've added in a transfer in Garrett Connor from South Alabama. Garrett's a left-handed pitcher who can run it up in the low 90s right now, and so we're bringing him along in the fall. We look to see big things from him as well. Our catching core, super excited, and I like the balance that we have here. We have two sophomores who've returned, both in Ty Mancha and Jaden Mark. Jaden's local product out of Petal High School, who can play some first base. Ty can also play some first base. He can play on the infield a little bit too. So I really like that, because what we have is we've got two left-handed hitters. We have a freshman in Seth Sterling. Seth's coming over to us from Warren Central, big, stocky, left-handed hitter with some power. He's had a really good fall for us. Really excited about him. And then Clay Freifogel, who just brings an element of that George County toughness to us. And so we have some real depth there. There could be a challenge to find some other places on the field for those guys to play, because they all really swing the bat well. So from an offensive standpoint and a defensive standpoint, our catching depth is even deeper than last year. I feel like we had 2 to 3 strong last year, but this year we've got 4 guys, and 2 of them are left-handed hitters. So the coaching staff, credit to them, they've done a really nice job in creating balance behind the plate. Taking you around the horn, starting at first base, we got a couple guys that are some options there with Jaden Mark, Jeremiah Newman. We got a newcomer, Nick Gorsinski, and so we've got some options. Dawson Hall is coming to us as a freshman from Gulfport, has a nice left-handed swing. And then you move over to second base, you have Blake Roberts, who's a returner, Cannon Varndo, who's a returner. So we've gotten great production, kind of platooning those guys over at second base. And then at shortstop, you'll see a familiar face in Mark Stevens out of Alabama. Mark has recently committed to Campbell University, Division I, so we're proud of that. And Mark is obviously one of our leaders on the infield, but he'll also be pushed by Landon Holloman. Landon's a local product out of Summerall High School, and he can really run and defend as well. And then on the corner, Charlie Keller, we're hoping to come back from his injury. He should be available starting about early January. So we look to see him right when the season starts, and then we can have Amari Williams over there, also can fill in and play some there for us, and has done a real nice job just being available, being ready, and filling in there. And also we have another player, one of our freshman dual players, Nick Hamby from the Iberville. Nick is a pitcher. He's 88 to 90. He's at a velocity jump, but he can also play some third base for us as well. And if we need to put Ty Monch over there, we can do that. The good thing about Landon Holloman is he can play short, second, third. He can move around the diamond a little bit, and so that's also offers a piece of real versatility for us. So outfield play, as I stated earlier, we're really excited about our positional depth, and this is another area that we gained a lot of depth this year. Obviously, we have Charlie Olson returning, who can play center and left, and Nick Thornton, who can play he's also a corner, right, center, left. He can play anywhere in the outfield, and they both run really well. What we've done is we've added an addition in Brandon Kane. Brandon Kane is out of Mobile, Alabama, who's recently committed to Oklahoma. Brandon is a two-way player for us, who's a true center fielder who can really run, but we also see him on the mound 88 to 92. So with Brandon, we've updated both with our positional depth at the plate and on the mound. So that's another guy that I failed to mention earlier with the pitchers that can really help us. He's got a real scooter out there in center field. And then we've also added Brant Dickerson. Brant's a local product out of East Central. We are real proud of his progress right now. And so I really like what we see in the outfield. We have some more athleticism than we've had in the past. And then you can throw in Tanner Ladner. Tanner has really had a great fall for us. He's had a lot of hits and is one of our leading hitters as a freshman out of Hancock High School. Super athletic, good swing from the right side, and can really run and throw. This conference is very competitive, and really you finish in the top 4 in this conference, you got a chance to go to the World Series. And so, East Central made a lot of noise last year with the World Series, but you have your traditional, your Pearl Rivers, Joneses, East Central. There's not a team in here that's not tough. Southwest has improved. The list goes on and on, Northwest, East. It's a very good conference. It's a physical conference. So there's a lot of offense in this league, and what the difference is how deep are you, how much quality do you have on the mound, and I think that's where the ground can be made up. I have returning for his third year, Zach Allen. Coach Allen's our third base coach, recruiting coordinator, does a really nice job with our infielders and hitters. And then back for his second season is Andy McCall. Andy came to us from Spring Hill, and he really helps us a lot with our out-of-state recruiting, our longer trips. Does a nice job with our outfielders and our catchers, and has really fit in great, the three of us. We feel like this is a really good mesh group of guys. I'm very fortunate to have who I have. On our facilities, we were the lucky recipients of some really good upgrades to the place. We had a new full turf field, full turf 4-cage indoor batting cage, weight room. So we feel like we've got everything to offer for any recruit, any player who might be interested in coming to Gulf Coast. The thing about it is what makes it even special is that the people inside of it are just as great. And to me, that's just such a winning combination. I think we should be able to do good things. And this being our first year that this is the full team is our team. Not to say that the players in the past weren't great and that we didn't love them and they weren't good, but we really feel like now that we've had at least one summer to recruit to the facility and to the whole Gulf Coast mindset and everything we got going here academically and athletically, that it's just a winning combination. We're very fortunate to have what we have.